Okay, so this is my fourth video, fourth and final. This is the point that we're at. We've done the contour or guidelines, and we've added details. Remember, shoelaces are optional. Maybe you find a shoe or a sneaker that doesn't have any shoelaces, and you can avoid the whole thing altogether. And I've added some value or shading. Now, if you don't want to add color, which I'm going to do in a second, you have to at least add more shading. So this turquoise, where this the swoosh is not as dark as the black that's around it. So you would have to kind of add some value with pencil, just like we kind of did with the apple and the pear. And then behind it, add a darker value, to show that there's a darker value behind that. You don't have to use colored pencils if you don't want to, but at least show the different variations of values. Obviously, black is darker than teal. And you can do that and indicate that just by using a regular pencil. Okay, I might as well finish it up. I am going to go over this with black colored pencil. What I did was I tested my colored pencils and saw which colors were the closest that I had. So you probably want to do the same thing. I'm going to be using that teal. It's the closest I have. There was a little bit of yellow on this label here. And then, of course, a black colored pencil. So if you'd like, you can test out your colored pencils, see which ones you're going to use if you are going to use color. I'm going to make this a lot darker with my black colored pencil, but just to show you, if you are not going to add color, at least add different values showing that there's different lightnesses and darknesses of colors. And then one of the most important thing is inside where you put your shoe or your foot, I'm sorry. This is the darkest value. Okay, unless you have light shining right into your sneaker or shoe. But this is really what should be standing out and showing that it's inside. It's like an inside area where a dark shadow is being casted. So I'm not going to take the whole time to do this, but super, super dark inside. So it really looks like you can bring your foot inside that. And then black laces, they have a little blue dots I'm going to leave out because they're just too tiny. So black laces on top of a black tongue, black on black, is not always easy to indicate. But if you are just using pencil and no colored pencil, just try to like shade those in a little bit. Just to show that it's not white. One, two, three, four. Oh, this doesn't belong here. So this is one of those laces that goes into the sneaker. Alrighty, so this would all be shaded. Now, if you're going to add color, you would do that now. So right on top of your shading that you did, ooh, and my pencil broke. Right on top of the shading that you did do, you can add your color. Sometimes if you over sharpen your colored pencil, it breaks. And here I'm going to add that teal. Color really does pop when you add it on top of a black and white drawing. So the 7th grade examples, that are part of this art assignment. I was actually able to sit at their art table, help them with the shoelaces, show them how they kind of intertwine and tuck under and wrap over. So please don't get frustrated if you are trying the shoelaces out. I know it's not easy. Okay, so Nike has got turquoise on it. Can't really tell too much, but I'll just put it right over. This Nike Zoom has got turquoise on it. I'm actually moving these letters over a little bit because I ran out of room, so I know this assignment takes longer than the last one, so that's why I'm giving you more time. Kind of like, do it step by step, do a little bit here, a little bit there. You don't have to do the whole thing at once. This toe part is also that teal color. And those are the only teal parts. The black I have to spend a lot of time with. This is the darkest area that I want to make sure I get in here. I'm just going to go over with regular pencil because I didn't really quite finish it. Right to the top of the front of the sneaker. Now, I think what I'll do is I think I'm just going to use pencil for this part. But this I want to make sure that's the darkest. So I won't use black here, I'll just use pencil. And then of course all this area is all black. Tongue. I'm going to try not to make it as dark as the inside of the sneaker. So it's a little bit lighter than this, so it kind of shows the difference. This is basically all black. So I'll color the shoelaces later. I'll show you my finished product in a second. But before I do that, I do want to show you that that all these little black lines. Now, I'm not going to do all of these little black little rectangles, but I'll indicate them. So I'm just going to kind of simplify it. I'll put a few in because it is kind of a big part of the sneaker. But we don't have time to put every single little rectangle in. So I'll just throw a few there. And then I might actually just put a bunch of little dots here. Okay, I'm just kind of looking to see what else. Yeah, I think besides coloring all the shoelaces in, and then adding some yellow to these letters, which I just kind of put zigzags because they're such small letters. I just made some little zigzags. That's going to basically be it for my sneaker. So if you take your time, do little by little, bite-sized pieces, little by little. You don't have to do the whole thing at once. I think you'll be surprised with what you end up with. So and obviously this whole shoelace is going to be dark. I'm kind of rushing a little bit, but I just want to finish that little plastic thing. And before I run out of time, I'm just going to put some yellow here. Just to kind of indicate the lettering. And then some black around it. Okay. I mean, I could spend days probably on this, but I think that's the point that I'm going to stop at. But I hope you surprised yourself and you were not too frustrated. I don't want you to get frustrated. I just want you to do your best. And I hope you had fun drawing your shoe or your sneaker. So thank you so much for all your effort.